I'm Hailey.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Hailey Hates Everything.
I pick a surprise topic.
And I get high and opinionated so we can discuss it together.
So grab a snack and hang out with us for
Hailey Hates Everything.
Welcome to Hailey Hates Everything. This is Sean, your co-host. And of course, there's Hailey.
Hi. It's me. Oh my God, the energy you came in with this time, I liked it. I was feeling it. Very happy, very proud.
Awesome. Great. Let's keep it up then.
Yes, let's.
Bang, bang,
Let's
bang.
do that. It's time.
All right. You got some stuff you're starting out with?
I do. You know what? Top of the episode, strain talk. Strain talk. I won't put the sound effect there, I don't think. Yeah. Okay,
I
Sean
can't do
can
it.
We both disagreed with that. So first up, I'm smoking a little mix. I like to mix. And I'm doing Skywalker OG. That's my homie. That's my favorite. It's a nice chill.
Oh, yeah.
I mixed in Alaskan Thunderfuck. Now this is like focus and creativity for me. I really like to do it when I craft and do my arts and the things, because it's not super tangenty. It is a little more focused. We'll see if it helps. And then the other one I added to that is called Jealousy Banana Cream Cake. It's a little horny, a little talkative, so I thought that would be good too.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
that's what is happening inside the body as we speak. It's taking effect. And then I also wanted to talk about some thoughts from the last episode, because, you know, I love when the people reach out.
Yeah, which, as a reminder, was just our like, hey, we're back from a hiatus. There wasn't really necessarily a topic of last episode.
Yeah, no, this is going to be like a normal episode. We just got some shit to take care of up top, and then we're going to jump into it. And like in a normal episode, I don't know what's coming, and I'm very nervous. I don't know what he's got set up, but he's very proud of himself. So he's smiling. He's in a good mood. So I know he's got something prepared, and I don't know what it is. So I love when people reach out. You can email us at haileyhateseverything@gmail.com. You might know me and you can just message me directly. That's totally fine as well. I love compliments. I love questions. I love when you're like, hey, you said this, but this happened. That's fine. You can call me on my shit. We can have a talk about it. Anyway, so last episode, I used a term called white supremacy lawn and like a throwaway comment, and talking about the clovers that we planted and how much I loved that. I was asked to define it further, and basically it's like a homeowners association lawn. Everything's got to be just like this and very plain and very manicured and all of that.
I mean, HOAs, I think, were kind of created to try and keep
like
minorities out
most
and things
in this country, they wanted to be very particular about who they let live in their neighborhood. Fuck them. Fuck HOA. Another thing was brought up to me. I was asked why I'm not okay with Joe McIntyre being called Joey McIntyre when his website is literally joeymcintyre.com. And okay, I understand. But my main reason for why that's not okay is because I don't like it. I just don't. I don't like the way it sounds. He's a grown man, but people have always called him Joey, and they refuse to change it. And it's latched on. Joe's fine with it, obviously. Yeah. It's like, you can call me Joey, that's fine. But he's Joe McIntyre, okay? And I usually refer to him as Joe Mac if I'm going to talk about him directly.
Yeah.
But I don't like the Joey. I just don't. Why would you, as a 50-something-year-old woman, let's just say, why would you want to scream the name Joey when you orgasm? Joe is a man's name. All right. So that went farther than I thought it would. And then also, TeePublic store, we have one. Do you want Hailey Hates Everything merch?
Get some merch.
Get some merch. You know what? July 4th is coming up. They're probably going to have another sale, and it's probably going to be up to 40% off.
Yeah.
They've been having sales all the time now, so it's a good, just keep checking it out. If you don't want to pay full price, I'm just trying to help you out. Before I mentioned that we have the Scrubby JT, and of course you can get Hailey Hates Everything merch in various apparels and accessories. But we also have some other designs that really have very little to do with Hailey Hates Everything other than I made the designs. We've got some stuff like Cheese Slut.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that one's great.
Mm-hmm.
Sex, Drugs, and Boy Bands.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. High and Opinionated. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Crush Ice. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And Emotional Goblin Mode. So these are some designs that you can find. And I will say the most popular design right now is one that I personally connect to. It's a design based off my favorite Hosier song called From Eden. And it says tragic, magic, lonesome, and wholesome. And I love it so much, I have it in hat form and multiple t-shirts.
We even got some nerd ones like Scrum Goblin.
We do have, if you love scrumming, we have a Scrum Goblin t-shirt. I don't know what the exact fuck that means. I just made it look cute. And I know scrumming is some kind of computer thing, but Sean can explain it to you.
If you're into agile development, then you should probably know Scrum.
Nerd. Go check it out. TeePublic. We'll put the link in the description. And
awesome.
Thank you. One last thing. I think it's really important these days for people to know like where you stand and what you believe in terms of certain things that are, you know, continuously happening around us. And so I put together a little list of stuff that we at Hailey Hates Everything absolutely fucking hate. And it's stuff that's pretty serious. I think it's important to say we hate it. And I want you to know that I hate it. And it's stuff that we're not really going to talk about on the podcast. All right, so we hate racists, homophobes, transphobes, misogynists. We hate rapists. We hate pedophiles. We hate pro-lifers, them anti-vax morons, the gun lovers, the trophy hunters, the stupid people, most AI. I said most, I'm trying to be nice, but also fuck Trump, fuck ICE, fuck Elon, and free Palestine. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Hailey, are you ready for this episode's topic?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hailey hates working.
What? Okay. You know, I think everybody can agree with me on this one.
I would hope, well, I mean, hopefully people are enjoying, at least some people are enjoying their jobs.
You like what you do because you have to do it. But I think if people could choose not to, in a perfect world, they would rather do the things they like doing than going to work every day. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a laborer, and I don't like the general public, and hating the general public and going to work somewhere, very conflicting feelings to have at any given moment.
Well, I was thinking we could kind of start with where it starts with a job. Resumes, interviewing.
God, I hate it. I hate it.
Onboarding.
Is that what they're calling it now? Oh, is that when you get the job and then they tell you all the shit about the job? Okay. They didn't call it that when I was coming up.
Do you remember making your first resume?
Fuck, Sean. That was a long time ago. My first resume? That's not something I wanted to treasure. So, no, I don't remember the first one. I remember learning how to make them.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily remember making one for my first job.
I can't even remember in high school if they had anything about going over resumes. I don't remember. When did you first make one?
Could have even been something that I researched to know how to do in case I needed to know how to do it.
Yeah. Sounds like something you do.
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah. So it was probably a combination of stuff, you know, like reading about it, learning about it, and then like seeing examples and stuff. Probably online. Probably not something in person.
Okay.
I was like, was the internet a thing? Yeah, it was. Fuck. We had the internet. But I don't really remember the act of making it or like showing it when I got my first job or like if that was that important or anything.
For me, it was always like writing a test that you didn't know what the answers were supposed to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
you can never be like, okay, I got it done. This is gonna work. It's always something like you fill it out, you make one, and it's like, well, fuck, I don't know if they're gonna like it. I don't know if they're gonna even say anything back to me.
Yeah.
It's just like you're just throwing yourself out there.
See, that's what I hate also about dating, which we can probably talk about later.
Back in the day when I first got in the job market, I don't know, 2001, something like that, maybe. At least I kind of felt like it was most likely someone was going to read my resume. But I think now it's like so much stuff is automated, and now throwing in AI to evaluate.
Yeah, I think now they just use AI to look for keywords most of the time.
Yeah.
Some of the posts I see come up on Instagram have to do with various aspects of using AI to like make a resume or stuff. And I hate AI, so I don't know why this shit is coming up. It really pisses me off because I don't want to know about it. But I read the article and it talked a little bit about how they're using an AI to look for these keywords. So why not use these keywords when you do it? And it's like a real simplified version now of, you don't need all the extra bullshit.
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
like dates and things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, it was like you don't need as many of the specifics.
Huh. Did you have any like buzzwords or like floofy things or anything you put in there? Like, I'm a team player.
Or... mine was always like fast learner.
Yeah.
Good with directions, like good at following directions.
Yeah.
What was one of my other ones? Well organized, detail oriented.
Oh yeah,
I think that was something. I'm not a bullshitter, so, and I feel like a resume is just bullshit, and just like the interview is just bullshit. So it's not where I shine. I mean, it's easier for me to write a bullshit resume because I've got time to come up with the bullshit, but I'm not a bullshitter, so it just doesn't make sense to lie about anything or not embezzle, bedazzle, embellish. Thank you.
Bedazzle. I can also see you bedazzling your resume.
Bedazzle the resume, yeah. And so I just, that part's always difficult for me to like come up with the bullshit version to bedazzle whatever you've done, and make it look like bigger than it is.
Do you have any memorable interview stories?
Okay, let's see. I was always very nervous, as one could imagine an anxious person to be. So probably I've blacked out a lot of stuff. I do remember going to interview at Lane Bryant it was a time when like nobody was hiring. There was nothing. And I would go out every day and I'd fill out like at least 5 to 10 resumes every fucking day. And I lived with my parents, my mom and my stepdad. They were constantly telling me what a fucking loser I was and how I'd never amount to anything and never get a job. And, oh, you don't leave the house. And then when I did leave the house, they'd be like, how did you leave the house? Where are you getting money? Why aren't you doing more resumes? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking doing it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, nobody's hiring.
Yeah.
I even interviewed at fucking Taco Bell, which I'm not a fast food serving kind of person. I'm not a server.
Yeah.
Waitressing, I could not do it. Working at a fast food, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, but I interviewed there because I needed a fucking job.
Yeah.
And they were actually paying what I was getting for being a receptionist.
Oh, dang.
I was like, well, at least I'm moving around,
Yeah.
But they wouldn't hire me because they said I was overqualified to work at Taco Bell.
What a bullshit fucking.
Because I had been a receptionist and like had a different job, like a better job or whatever, and so they wouldn't hire me. And I was like, "Don't you want someone who's overqualified?
Yeah.
Don't you want me to be overly good at this job?"
Yeah.
No, they didn't want that. That was Taco Bell. Back to Lane Bryant. So at Lane Bryant, I interviewed, and this lady was judging me the whole time. And at that point, I hadn't worked for a couple of years, I think. And she was like, why haven't you worked? I'm like, well, my dad died, so.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, is this going to be a problem? Like, she was so judgy about
Oh,
it.
jeez.
And I was like, you know what? I don't even want to be here.
Yeah.
Don't even want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the things that stand out the most. And I think everything else, I blacked out. And it was a shitty time in me life.
Yeah.
So I think there's various things. I remember these different jobs, but I don't remember how I got them. I don't remember the process.
Yeah.
I don't remember the interview. And some of it was temping, so I didn't really have to do that part. There's just like one interview with the temp agency.
Yeah, I hated temping.
I kind of liked it because it was something different now and then.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like a rent to own situation.
Yeah.
For a lot of places.
Yeah.
You're either filling in or you're there to maybe fill in,
yeah.
permanently. So then you only have to do the interview with the place.
Yeah.
And then they say, go here.
Yeah, true.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah. I remember, one summer I was temping, and I might have only gone to this job once. And it was really weird because it was the Port of Vancouver, and it was like an international company who was laying fiber optic cable, and it was technically like French land or something like that. It was totally bizarre. You had to like go.
What?
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird because it was like a port, and I don't know, somehow they do like different zoning. I don't know what the deal was. It was bizarre. But it was either like really slow and boring, we were sweeping or something, but then at one point we had to go into the ship where they had this huge cylindrical container where all the fiber, because it's a fiber optic cable that's laying between like continents.
Okay.
And so it spools into this huge container, the cylindrical container, but like it was like fucking high stress. It was like everybody all around, and we all had to like, they'd feed in this fiber optic cable like as it's being made. It's all coming in like super fast, and we all have to pull it and stuff. And it's like they're like literally telling us the stakes are like millions of dollars if we don't do this right, because it's like really hard to like patch fiber optic cables in the middle of the ocean and stuff. And shit like that. So we're probably making $10 or $12 an hour, maybe. I doubt it was that much. But like then there'd be this high stress part where we're just all like, oh my god, I'm like maybe a freshman in college, just like summer break.
Ask how old you were.
Yeah, like summer break type of thing. It's just like, oh my god, this is insane. Plus, I could also tell this was not a good job because the other people who were there had like issues. There was one guy who was bragging about how he got pulled over by the cops for changing lanes too quickly. You're supposed to do it over like 100 feet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops said he changed lanes too fast. The guy argued that he was driving 90 miles per hour. And in the time that the cops said that he crossed the lines, he actually did go 100 feet because he was going 90 miles per hour. But the cop wasn't able to clock him for his speed, so he was able to get out of it.
Oh my god.
And then there was another guy who said he was on like work release or something from prison or something. What he would do was go to the bank and get 4 20s, cut a different corner off of each of the 20s, and then he'd use those 20s to pay for whatever. But then those 4 different corners he would then glue onto like a $1 bill.
What the fuck?
So that it would, in theory, look like a $20 bill. So then
God.
he could pass that one off.
So they're just talking about crimes like out in the open.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. I know what you were like when I met you. How are you like conversing with these people?
They just like, I mean, it's, I don't know who these people were, but they just like offer this up in the break room while we're drinking horrible fucking coffee. And they're just bringing up these things. There was another guy there who was like,
you're just listening. You're just like, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's another guy who was talking about like, he never gets stung by wasps or anything and bees and stuff. He just lets them land on him and they'll like drink the sweat off of his arm. But he's like so cool about it that they don't sting him.
That guy was a warlock. That guy was a warlock.
It looked like an old guy to me, and I was just like, okay, man. You do
That's a
you.
weird, when there's a guy bragging about lying to the cops, there's a guy bragging about money fraud, and then you've got a guy bragging about how the bees drink sweat off his arm. Like, out of those guys, who are you going to hang out with? The warlock.
Yeah, true.
He's weird, but he's not crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. That is nutty.
Yeah.
Now, do we have time for temp stories? Because I got some too.
Do it.
I worked at a temp agency, I think starting in Boston, but I'll tell that story last. I was working with the temp agency in California. I got hired to go to this office setting, and they did like medical supplies or something like that. No one really told me what the name of the place was or how to pronounce it because it was spelled weird, or what they did. They just told me, here's your desk, here's the phone, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know how this phone worked. It was different from the other phones, and I didn't know how to say the name of the company. So whenever someone would call, I'd be like, hi, this is Hailey. You've, reached, how can I help you? And I would just mumble the name of the company because I had no fucking clue how to say it. And I was not the person I am today. And so there was no way I was going to ask someone, how do you say the name of the company?
Yeah.
How do you use this phone? What do we do here? There was no way I was going to ask those things. I just tried to figure it out by myself. And really, figuring it out by myself was what I had to do my entire life. So I think that made sense for me at the time, right? That was my survival mode. So I did that. I mumbled the name until the dude who owned the company came in one day. And he was like, oh, I heard you answer the phone. The name of the company is Fisher and Paykel. And I was like, oh, okay. But I really didn't understand how he said it because he was Australian. And so I'd still go, because I wasn't really confident in myself or any of my surroundings.
Yeah.
Now, surprise, surprise, they didn't keep me around very long. And it was just not fun.
Still, I would think if it's the person answering the phones, you'd want them to know how to say the name of the place.
Right. But also, that's also how good I am at playing shit off. Because it took a while for them to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was there for weeks. And that's my whole job. Is answering the phone. And I can only do that half right. Because I don't know the name of the company. It was embarrassing. And it's also kind of embarrassing that I never just asked. But I was too scared.
Yeah. When you're with the temp agencies and stuff, you're just like, sometimes you're just struggling to find a decent job, one that's not just like either horrible hours or it's a long ways away or it's not high stress of doing fiber optic cable.
Yes, yeah. There was this other hospital job I had through the temp agency in Boston. I worked at 2 different hospitals there. It was the first temp job I had and the first time I worked with a temp agency, so I really didn't know what to expect. My friends, my roommates were working through a temp agency and they had office jobs. One would leave work early and take a 3-hour lunch. Everything was fine. So I was like, oh, I can do that, right? So my first job I got there was for a hospital that was really close to our apartment, which was such a huge deal. Like I can't tell you how excited I was about getting this job that was so close to our apartment.
Yeah.
Because I could walk there and I wanted to get like some regular exercise. I could save money on the T rides. The T is Boston subway situation. And I could get home at a reasonable time,
Yeah.
I could leave home at a reasonable time to go to work. I wouldn't have to worry about traffic because I could just walk there. So I got there on the day I was supposed to work. And the other thing about this, why I was so excited and why it was such a stressful time is because when I moved to Boston, I only had $300 to my name. And I moved in with a couple people who are friends. They had lived there for, I think, maybe a year at that point. The airline lost my luggage. So my luggage with like shoes and pants and like work clothes and underwear and toiletries. I had to use my $300 to get like things that I needed.
Yeah.
To just like live. I go to this hospital, it's supposed to be a reception job. That's what the temp agency told me. I get there and they're like, oh, come with us. They lead me to a locker room. There's another girl there that's working there, temping or something. They're like, okay, well, you change into scrubs first. And I was like, what? Why would I wear someone else's clothes? And also, they didn't have anything to fit me. I'm a chunky girl, always been a chunky girl. They had like an extra large in scrubs. Now, these things are not forgiving. You can see right through them and they're fucking tight. They have no stretch.
Yeah.
I had to sausage fit my body into these fucking scrubs that did not fit. You could see my panty line. You could see the print on my underwear. It was so fucking embarrassing. And also, I didn't have the proper footwear for being on my feet all day, which is what fucking happened.
Oh.
I was wearing chunky ass heeled loafers with too tight scrubs, and guess who stared at me? Everyone.
Oh, jeez.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
All the dudes that worked down there just stared at me the whole time.
Oh my God.
So what ended up happening was I was working in the warehouse sub-basement of the hospital where they keep all the medical supplies. So when a surgery order came in, we had to get the little receipt, collect all the supplies they needed for the surgery, slap it on a cart, and take the cart to where it needed to go.
Oh, dang.
That was our job. I was so humiliated, so embarrassed, and so angry. But I did the whole day. And as I was leaving, I was like, goodbye to the person in charge. And they're like, oh, will we see you tomorrow? And I was like, oh, yeah, see you tomorrow. And they're like, will we really? Because every time someone does this job, we don't see them again.
Hint, hint, hint.
Right?
That you're not doing it right.
Right? And I said, no, I'll be here. I marched home. I think I sat on the step because my fucking roommate wasn't home yet and I didn't have a key.
Oh.
I was so angry. And I called the temp agency and I said, I'm not going back tomorrow. I will never go back there. And they're like, could you do it like one more week so we can find someone? I'm like, no. They forced me to wear someone else's clothes and they didn't even fit me. And it was fucking humiliating. I'm not going back. And the temp agency, they were mad at me for not doing it. But I wasn't going to do that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck them.
All right, Hailey. I got the 10 most common interview questions.
Uh-oh.
I figured we could go through some of them. You can answer them as you are now.
Yeah.
Just as you are. And we can go from there.
So we can see how I probably will never have a real job.
Well, Hailey, thank you for interviewing for this job. How about you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. When people would ask me that, I'd be like, well, what do you want to know? What part of me do you want to know? Is that how I should answer this question? Like myself? You're asking me to be professional, though.
I'm not asking you to be professional. I'm asking you to answer these questions.
As I am now, but in a professional setting.
You know, it doesn't have to be a professional setting.
Oh, okay.
You can just answer them as you are.
So am I auditioning to be myself? Is that...
Yeah, you're just going in as yourself. You're being true to who you are, and you're answering these questions. You're like, if they don't like me for who I fucking am, fuck them.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's difficult. Okay. Because in a professional setting, my default is fawning.
Yeah.
Flight, fright, flight, fight, flight, and fawn. I would say all in an interview situation. Okay, I'm me, bitch. I'm interviewing you. This is how I got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what? I look in the mirror and I say, you know what, Hailey? You're interviewing them. Are they right for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not are you right for them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Hailey. Can you tell me about yourself?
I am a badass cancer surviving witch who has a podcast and a blog, and I love animals. I love smoking weed and creating art.
Okay.
Is that good enough? Is that okay? Like, is that what you wanted me to say? Is that the part of me you wanted to know about? That's what's happening inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you want this job?
I don't. I don't want this job. I don't want to work. I don't want to come to work. I don't want to know you. I don't want to see your face. I just want money, honey, but sometimes you got to do shit to get it.
Oh, thank you for that insightful answer.
You're welcome.
What are your strengths?
I mean, that was my pussy.
Oh, that'd be hilarious, that interview. My pussy.
I can smoke a lot of weed. My pussy's awesome. I drink a lot of water. And I can grow vegetables. I gotta keep that in, don't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, goddamn. But then honestly, it's like my strengths. I'm too sensitive. I care too much, and I give too much and too intensely.
Okay. Conversely, what is your biggest weakness?
The general public. Probably. That's my kryptonite. If I have to deal with somebody complaining, forget it. As I complain on my podcast.
Yeah. Could you tell me about a time you faced a challenge?
How about my whole fucking life, son? What are you talking about? Born to racist, misogynist assholes who abused each other? Whole life, man. That's a whole fucking challenge. And guess what? I fucking survived. I'm 46 now, bitch. So fuck yeah. All of those haters.
See, wouldn't that be a valuable thing to know, like, someone's been through adversity?
Right? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. Yeah, that's what I would want to be like. Cool, you're a badass. Be on my team.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, tell me about a time you worked on a team.
When I worked in a team? I mean, I guess the kitchen job at the old folks home was a team.
Yeah.
You know, because we all had to make dinner happen and shit. There was a team of us that kept the kitchen going. I don't want the job, but I want to be the perfect person for the job.
You want to do it just so you'd be like, no, it's all right. I don't need it.
Yeah, that would be a great feeling.
I'm glad you really want me, but
sorry,
not into it. Okay, Hailey, let's say that you are the interviewer and you're getting a new teen.
I'm interviewing a teen?
Yes, I set up, I'm running a local AI, so it's not using up all the water and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
I'm not draining the lakes doing this, okay? So nobody needs to worry. I set up my local AI to be a teen from nowadays.
Where am I getting these questions?
We can either use the questions I gave you, or if there's any other questions you would like to ask them.
I don't need to ask a teen anything. You should just give me the question.
Okay.
There's nothing that I need to ask a teen. Other than, are you okay? Hello, teen. Thank you for stopping by to interview here at Oh my God. So tell me about yourself.
I literally have major main character energy and always bring the best vibes. Honestly, I just show up, slay, and keep it 100, no cap.
Fired. Fired before hired. That's done. I literally cannot. That's what I'd be done. We're done here. You are a fucking nightmare. And that means you're a bullshitter who does no absolute work. You are a lazy ass motherfucker. That's what that answer means. Why do you want this job?
I apologize if that persona was frustrating. We can end the roleplay now.
Oh, shit.
Please let me know if there is anything else I can help you with.
Oh, it heard you popping off, and it did not care for that.
No, I put that motherfucker in his place.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what, man? I'm sorry. You're right. I fucking suck. I'll stop this charade.
I'll do the talking instead of this voice thing.
Oh, you'll just tell me what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you want to work for this company?
Low key, your brand is actually iconic, and the vibe here is immaculate. I just need to secure the bag while staying aesthetic. No cap.
Say what? It was kind of a version of what I said, which is, I'm just trying to get money, honey.
Yeah.
But listen to how cute I sounded when I said it instead of some punk ass teen bitch. What are your biggest weaknesses?
Honestly, sometimes I get a little too delulu about how much I can get done in a day, which is kind of an L. But I'm working on it so the vibes stay productive. FR.
You know how the vibes are supposed to be so fucking immaculate, dude? When you walk in, the vibes go way fucking down. Oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, that's a good one.
You see how more aggressively I'm asking the question now that I'm pissed off? What the fuck is wrong with you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself entering my CEO era, actually running the whole show and making big moves. Honestly, I'll probably have millions of followers by then too. Period.
Honestly, I think you should go to that REI store and get one of those fisherman vests with the pockets, and then go to the park and fill the pockets with rocks, a whole bunch of rocks, and then go to the beach for a day at the ocean and just walk right on in. Shark bait. No Delulu or whatever, but that's the best you're gonna do.
Hopefully kids aren't going into interviews like that.
Oh my god. I want to be in my CEO era in 5 years, and I'm gonna straight up coast on fumes. I don't know. Oh my god.
All right, Hailey, we've gone over resumes and interviewing, things of that nature.
Yeah.
What about actual jobs and work? What was your first job?
First job was Michael's Arts and Crafts store.
Oh, yeah. They're still going.
Yeah, they're still going. I still frequent them. I was, hired on as a cashier. It was right out of high school. And I was actually the fastest promoted cashier up to that point. I mean, who knows what's happened since I left.
There could be other Michael's superstars.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be one in the mix. But fastest promoted. I think within 2 months I was the head cashier.
Okay.
And then that, came with a little more power and a little more control. And then later on, not too long after that, I was then promoted to event coordinator.
Nice.
And as event coordinator, it was so great because, like I said, general public and me don't mix. And when you got old ladies in your face demanding that this coupon that expired yesterday should still be valid, and they want to make sure that you've got every single floral stem they want, guess what? They upcharge those things at least 500%. That's what I discovered while working there.
Oh, damn.
So I didn't want to be up there. And even then, I didn't like that working meant that you couldn't pick your name that the public addressed you by.
Oh.
That's weird to you?
What do you mean, pick the name they address you by?
Well, because I didn't want the general public to know my name is Hailey.
Oh, I gotcha.
I wanted to pick a secret name that the general public know me as because I didn't think it was their business to know my full name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now my full name's on the internet, but
Yeah.
I didn't like that I had to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't choose a persona to be in front of these people to keep me safe.
Yeah.
So I didn't I was forced to wear my own name on the name tag, and I hated that. It made me so uncomfortable. I did everything I could to try to cover my name tag every day.
What name would you have gone with if you hadn't?
I probably would have gone with Piper.
Okay.
Because I loved Charmed, and I was the character of Piper.
Yeah.
Especially in our friend group, we all had a persona that we were one of the sisters. And I was Piper. And so that's been one of my online names
Yeah, yeah.
for a while. It's memorable. I would still know that people were talking to me, but I didn't want everybody addressing me as my real name.
Yeah, yeah.
To try to keep myself safe. Like it's just a wall between me and whatever psycho comes into Michael's.
Yeah. It is an interesting thing of like having to wear your name tag and people immediately knowing your name
Yeah.
and stuff, and just like using your name in reference to you even though you have no idea who they are.
I find it so creepy when someone you don't know uses your full name.
Yeah.
You know, or especially your first name to you.
Yeah.
Like, I just find it creepy. But coming back to the job itself, the event coordinator. Now, the good part about that, again, I wasn't working with the general public. I had my office, quote unquote, was the classroom in the back across from the bathrooms, which presents a few problems. And the whole wall facing the bathrooms was glass, so people could see in. And so if they came back there looking for an employee to berate with questions or whatever, they found me, and then my whole time was interrupted to try to help this person who was already in a bad mood.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say the worst part about the job was that I had to be there at, 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning to teach the children's craft class.
Oh.
And I had to come up with these crafts, and I had to make sure that they would be something correct, appropriate for this age group, and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking people would drop off their 3-year-olds and just go do their thing in the store. And 3-year-olds won't hold popsicle sticks together and let them dry. They won't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't have time to hold every 3-year-old's hands together. So I hated that part.
Yeah, yeah. You're basically like a babysitter for people shopping.
Yes, yes. The part I did love about it as the event coordinator was to do the like calendar schedule and to make the demos. So like when you go in a craft store and there's things that are already made on the shelves or like up above so you can see what the things look like together to give you ideas. I would make those things. I would go look for inspiration in the store and put things together and create something. And then they also had, even on the website now, they'll have like recipes, but for a craft, where they have the supply list and the how-to.
Yeah.
And so they'd have those things across the store to sell certain items. And my job was also to make the things on those little lists and have them up around and make little displays and stuff like that. So that part I enjoyed.
Yeah, I can see
that was more my jam. I didn't have to work with the public all the time. I still had to cashier sometime, when things got out of hand.
Yeah. Which at a Michael's, it's gone.
Yeah, right? Christmas time, shut your hole. The day after Thanksgiving,
that's when the
you.
Christmas shopping starts the day after
Fuck
Christmas.
you, yeah. And everybody's demanding. Like, everybody's nitpicking, looking for that signage that's been left up one day too long so they can still get that 30% off.
Yeah.
Because you left the sign up. It's your fault, and the customer's always right. Shit like that. Nitpicking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was always something. I made, like, minimum wage. They never paid me enough. And when I worked there, the tiaras in the wedding section were $40, and that was a lot. Still is kind of a lot for those tiaras.
Yeah.
Those should be like $15, honestly. And hey, you know what? You can get them for $15 on, guess what? eBay. I love my tiaras. I collect tiaras. You can get them for $15, and they look really beautiful. Now I know that, and I'm not saying I stole anything. I would never say that, and I would never steal. But if I was going to, because they didn't pay me enough money, I would have taken one of those tiaras. Maybe two if they had different styles. So that was my time at Michael's. I worked with some really nice people, and I also worked with some really shitty people. And I loved seeing all the new supplies and playing with all the new supplies. That part was fun. Getting there wasn't fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I had to walk like a mile or so to the bus stop, like 3 hours before, and then take the bus to the mall, and then take the bus from the mall to the plaza, and then walk across the entire parking lot to get to Michael's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, because I didn't want to go home because my parents were really abusive, I would go to Boston Market, which is like a sort of a fast food type of place.
So good. I wish they were still around.
Right. I'd get a meatloaf sandwich, and I'd go to the movie theater and watch a movie and eat my meatloaf sandwich that I snuck in my purse.
I just mentioned other people. Oh, what's that good smell?
I know. I was pretty sure they could smell it. And nobody heard the crunchy paper when I unwrapped it? What? I was really careful.
Miss, do you have a meatloaf sandwich in your purse?
I would also go to the grocery store across the other side of the parking lot. And it was like a bulk grocery store. And I would get the Apple-Os, the gummies.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking loved those things. And I'd get those and I'd in the bulk section and I'd load them up and I'd put it in my purse and I'd go to the movie theater.
Yeah, when I was growing up, my mom, she always had a giant purse. Like, huge.
Yeah.
And we'd always go and get snacks beforehand.
Yeah, you gotta load up.
And then, sneak them in her giant purse.
Yeah.
Even like popcorn.
What you got going on?
Yeah, one of my most frustrating times, I guess, was I was the lead programmer or whatever for our team. For the whole company. And it's kind of a cliche, but it's always been like salespeople and programmers never get along because salespeople are always selling stuff that we don't have.
Oh.
And then the programmers have to actually make it.
I thought you were going to say because they're douchebags.
They brought me in, and maybe it's like end of October or something like that. And they're like, we just signed this really huge deal, but the deadline they want to go live is January 1st.
This is great.
Yeah. So, I mean, January 1st, it's a whole, 6 days after Christmas? This was the year after you had your cancer surgery.
Oh, okay.
So the previous year, our whole Christmas was just completely fucked because we were basically at the hospital, around that time, getting your surgery done.
Yeah, my surgery was like 5 days before Christmas.
Yeah, so it wasn't the best Christmas.
No.
Very stressful and everything. So, like, my plan was to take, 2 weeks off for Christmas this next year because the last year was so crazy. And then, of course, they come along and they're like, yeah, January 1st. Oh, I guess that one wasn't even that bad because when I worked for this other company, it was this company called EDS. It was the one that Ross Perot started. And it was just a fucking clusterfuck. At one point, they estimated the amount of hours left on this one project, and they were off by a factor of 10. So instead of having 1,000 hours of stuff left, they actually had 10,000 hours of stuff left.
Holy shit.
By their calculations.
Oh my god.
And then, because of that, they then mandated that we needed to work. We were working 6/12s or something like that. And then at Thanksgiving, we got Thanksgiving Day off, and then we got a half day the day after Thanksgiving, and the rest of the whole Thanksgiving week was all 12-hour days.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, just for salary. No bonus, nothing. No, I mean, sure, the working conditions for some people are really horrible and things of that nature and stuff, but still.
Only certain human bodies can withstand that level of go.
Yeah.
I don't think it's sustainable for any human body.
No. Even if it's not physical work, it's still, mentally draining.
Yeah, there's still things happening.
Yeah, so, I
It's just a different kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, that was just insane. What about you? You got any other stories?
Oh, I do, boo. So, I had worked for Bath and Body Works at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. They were so cliquey there. I'm sure none of them worked there anymore. They were so cliquey. And looking back, there's certain things I know that I did that I see now why I did them because I'm neurodivergent and there's these other ways that my brain works, So there's different things going on. But I specifically remember, and here's a couple of stories from that place. The thing about Bath and Body Works is, sell. And I am not a salesperson. I'm not a bullshitter. I think I've said that before. So I can't go tell a story to somebody and try to make them buy something.
Yeah.
Which is what they want you to do.
Yeah.
They want you to lie to the person and say, this is the best thing ever, you should buy it, and get them to buy it. I don't work like that. I cannot work like that.
Yeah.
So like I'm fine greeting people when they come in the store saying, hey, welcome to Bath and Body Works. I'm Hailey. If you have any questions, please ask me. I know about different products. I can help you find stuff. Here's some sales that are going on. Have a great time. I can do that better than most people ever. And I hate the general public, but I can fake it for a little while.
Yeah.
If that's all that is asked of me. If people are constantly coming at me, that presents a different problem. But I can do that fine. What I cannot do is go to a customer and say, hey, come here, come with me. Let me tell you about this exciting new product. I want to wash your hands for you and hand scrub your hands. And then I'm going to dry them off for you. And then I'm going to lotion your hands up for you. You see how soft your hands are? Do you feel how good that feels? You smell the beautiful smell? You should totally buy this. It comes in this kit. It's on sale right now. If you buy 3, you get 1 free. Do you want all the scents or do you want some? Which ones are you taking home with you today? I can't do that.
Oh my God. Do they still do hand washing? That is just weird to
I
me.
would think in this day and age,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But this was a while ago. And yeah, they wanted us to go wash people's hands for them. They wanted us to do the whole thing.
Oh wow.
And I thought that was so fucking creepy and like too much.
Yeah.
Too physical, too intimate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I did not want to do that. And I did not want to force someone to do that. I didn't want to bullshit someone to do it. So I wasn't good at selling things like they wanted us to. And they would make us all compete, all the employees, and
God.
be like, who's going to have that? Who's going to have the most customers buy this thing today?
Oh my God.
And then I was always the last place. They would call me on it. And I'm like, maybe she's just lucky that all the idiots who wanted to buy that thing came to her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force people to do it. And they got so mad about it. So mad. Oh, you suck. You suck. And then they have all these little like travel bottles of shit. And they used to be in a like 6-foot tall turntable, like Lazy Susan type of thing. And they moved it. It used to be like, I don't know, 10 feet from the registers. And then one day it was next to the registers and it was kind of in my way from some of the things that I would need to put away or do.
Yeah.
I asked the manager and shit, why was it moved? Why is it here? And they're like, well, people were stealing things too much, so we had to put it over here. And I was like, oh, okay. So then a customer came in and she was looking for the travel stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, they moved it over there. She's like, why did they move it? I'm like, well, people were stealing stuff, so they had to move it over there. And then the manager heard me. And after this lady left, she pulled me in the back room and she's like, don't ever say that to anyone. Why did you say that? And I'm like, well, that was the truth. She asked the question.
Yeah.
And they're like, you should never tell the customer that. Never tell the customer that things were stolen. And I'm like, I mean, I'm sure they'd figure it out. So then after that, they made me work in the back room only. I wasn't allowed in the front.
Oh, jeez.
And I had to climb up ladders, which I'm terrified of, and pull down dusty old boxes of smelly lotion and count them and do all the inventory and shit. And you know what else? They forced me to wear a white shirt every day. We had to wear a white shirt and black pants. And if I was forced into the back, I didn't think I should adhere to that outfit idea, that uniform. And because I was dealing with dusty boxes, whenever I left work, my shirt would be completely brown in the front.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, because this is my job, I don't think I should be wearing this uniform.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you have to. So every day after I walked the 2 miles back home or whatever the fuck and took all of the buses and stuff, I had to then wash that shirt because I only had one.
Oh my God.
And then dry it for the next day. It was a pain in the fucking ass, and I hated all those cunts there. And turns out, when we were doing one of the inventory nights, they were all NSYNC fans. And they hated me because I was a Backstreet fan. And that kind of proves one of my points, too.
Yeah, so that's like pretty toxic kind of work environment.
Aren't they all? I want all of you to have a lovely job, but
Yeah, really.
I'm sure there's issues every freaking where. If you're talking about toxic work environment, there's two that come to mind. One is the other hospital I worked at in Boston. So I worked in the orthopedic division as a receptionist. All of the nurses and the other receptionists were great. I enjoyed working with them.
Yeah.
The doctors were fucking asshole
Really?
nightmares. Yes. And I worked there through a temp agency.
Oh, yeah.
So I was hired on at $12 an hour. And the lady who ran the offices for the orthopedic division, who was sort of in charge of hiring people to work there, she didn't like me because, again, one of the fastest promoted people, I was a receptionist, and within a couple of months, again, they wanted to promote me, quote unquote, to be the secretary for one of the doctors.
Yeah.
And it seemed kind of cushy. I got to work upstairs with the other like posh ladies.
Oh, yeah.
And the hours were a little better, but I had to call a lot of patients directly and deal with that kind of shit.
Yeah,
so there were pros and cons, you know. And I thought maybe, but if I took that job, I would only be getting $10 an hour. They weren't going to pay me the $12 an hour I was getting through the temp agency.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take that cut. I could not afford living had I taken that cut. So when she offered me the position at $10 an hour, I was like, no, I'm fine doing what I'm doing now because I can't take the pay cut.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't live that way.
Yeah.
And we were starving anyway. You know, like we had barely had anything.
Yeah.
And she hated me from that day on and kept trying to find a way to fire me. She kept waiting for me to fuck up, which I eventually did a little bit, and used that as a giant thing to fire me.
Oh my god.
So that was pretty toxic. And the doctors themselves, I mentioned them. I think there was like one or two doctors who were decent. The rest of them were the most selfish fucking turds. They would have to, like, patients come in early, right?
Yeah.
And so we would have patients starting at 8 a.m. and they'd come in a little early and they'd be sitting in the waiting room. The third area was the people like with metal halos and shit, like in wheelchairs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they're coming in, they're finding a way to get to this hospital in a fucking metal halo at 7:45 in the fucking morning when their appointment's at 8.
Yeah, and these are like those like hard structural halos that
it's like screwed into their skull.
Into their skull, right?
Yes.
Jeez.
These people would get there on time, way earlier than they needed to be, and the doctor just wouldn't show up.
Oh my god.
An hour goes by. You can imagine the kind of shit I'm getting.
Yeah.
Where is he? Why is everyone late? What are we doing? What's happening? We don't know, because the doctor's not there.
Yeah.
He hasn't come in. We don't know where the fuck this motherfucker is. Guess where they always were? On the fucking golf course.
Yeah.
All these assholes breezed in from the fucking golf course. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I want to say, not good, motherfucker. There's someone in a metal halo who's been here for 4 fucking hours waiting for your dumb ass to get there.
Yeah.
It was the most horrible thing to have to sit there and watch someone who's in agonizing pain in a wheelchair waiting for hours for some fucking douchebag to get off the golf course.
Oof.
And I'm the one that has to make excuses. Oh, I guess he's running late. Oh, he's seeing another patient. Oh, you know, I can't just say, I don't know where this stupid fuck is at. I'm sorry you have to deal with this.
Yeah.
I've got to turn it to Sally Jesse Raphael or whatever on the TV to try to make people happy.
Jeez.
And it was terrible.
Oh my
terrible.
God.
And then the other one, that was longer than I thought. The other one was an old people's home.
Yeah.
This was an assisted living facility, so these people have some movement to them for a little bit. I worked in the kitchen, and so I, cleared all their mess, all of the cups, all the plates, all the things, and then washing all of those things and putting all the garbage away, and getting all of those things ready for the next meal and doing it all again.
Yeah.
And then sometimes jumping in and helping cook in between these times.
Oh, yeah.
So I had like 12 to 16 hour days that I just, I was just cleaning and scraping and washing and loading and placing and cooking and washing and loading. Just constantly. Yeah. The shittiest part, I mean, that's something that can be dealt with, right?
Yeah.
I had an apron that gave me neck problems. I still have neck problems because of this thing. But the worst part was that my mom worked there too. I don't know if y'all know this about my mom, but she's a heartless, abusive bitch.
Yeah.
And that's me being really nice. Like that, I would put that on her headstone as something nice to say. So this is the kind of person we're dealing with. She eventually would start lying to the old folks about me because she's a narcissist and she wanted to have people feel something for her and be the victim. She loves to play the victim.
Yeah.
She would end up lying to them about me. Oh, Hailey said this about me. Hailey did this to me. And they would come up and say things like, you shouldn't be so mean to your mom, or you shouldn't have said this to your mom. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Also, none of your business. Mind your own.
Yeah.
So that was really weird and off-putting, right?
Yeah.
My mom ended up having her wedding there to her third husband.
Yeah.
And that was right after I met Sean.
Yeah.
So we'd only been together. We'd only been dating for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I asked him to come to this thing because he knew how shitty my mom was. I told him. Had you met her yet? Had she hung around my apartment? Did that happen?
Yeah, I think we had met. Yeah.
Okay. So he came to this to be supportive to me because I was so upset that my mom was getting married at our place of business. Like we worked there. I don't think this should be happening there. And of course, she wanted to play the damsel victim to everyone. And she had spread some new lies to some of the old people who kept giving me dirty looks because I decided to wear black to this wedding because I was against it. And I thought that's the nicest thing I could do. And it was a nice black top. It had a sequin bow on it. But then they started talking shit and giving me dirty looks and naughty, how dare you?
And this was her marriage to the pizza consultant who turned out to be a pizza delivery man.
Yeah.
A 40-some-year-old pizza delivery man.
And bipolar who thought Shania Twain was his watching him or something. And he wrote her name in blood in the hotel room.
Yeah. Great.
So she has really great taste in men. Anyway, she ended up thanking you for keeping me in line.
Yeah.
Which, had I known that at the time, I would have fucking raged. Sean didn't tell me till later.
Yeah.
I was like, that's probably the smartest thing you've done so far, bruh. Because I would not. It would not have been okay. Oh, shit. And the other thing that was really toxic about working with my mom there, aside from the place who wanted me to work overtime, but made me put myself into the system as a different job after a certain amount of hours so they didn't have to pay me overtime.
Oh, yeah.
And then got mad when I started asking questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
This was the type of place where there were all the caregivers who take care of the old people. They kind of go through them really fast because they're usually young girls out of college who are just waiting around to get married. Mm-hmm. And specifically in the little town that I lived in at this old folks home, they were from a religion where they just want to get them married young and pop out babies, which I guess is almost every religion. So there were a lot of caregivers, a lot of new people coming through. There was this one dumb bitch. I'm going to tell you about her real quick. Because this is one of my moments where I popped the fuck off. So she said the N-word during service while I was doing food. And I got real quiet like a mob boss, like, excuse me? Excuse me? What did you just say? Like, really low and threatening. Oh. And she said it again. She had the caucasity to say it again.
Wow.
And I said, no, you did not. I told her what a fucking ignorant piece of shit she was, and that she would never utter that fucking word again. She would especially not utter it in front of me, and she would never utter it in that building again. I stormed into the administrator's office. I told her that she had hired a fucking racist and she better fire her right now. And I wasn't taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of person are you? You want a racist working here? Anyway, she was gone in about 3 days. So
good.
I didn't think that she should have been there when I got back to work the next day.
Yeah.
And I hated that fucking bitch. And I made sure everybody knew she was a racist. And then my mom got arrested while she was working there. And that was another thing. Because I was then asked to keep that a secret. And I didn't think I should have to. And I don't know exactly what she did. And the only 2 people that could tell me are too big of a cowards to do that. Anyway, she stole some stuff at a Fred Meyer while they were there getting groceries. And she got caught by the police. Now, I was working in the kitchen at the time, and all of these old people that were with her were late for dinner. And we have to try to keep their food warm. And it makes me late because the longer they're there, the longer I have to wait to clear their shit before I can fucking go home. So it's like, where are you? And I called my mom, I texted my mom, although she didn't like text then because every text cost her 25 cents and she would let me know about it.
Of course.
So I kept asking, and finally I got her on the phone. I'm like, what's going on? Y'all are late. What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, we got stuck here, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Turns out she got fucking arrested. I don't know why they let her go. I don't know what she stole. I know it was over $500. And then I think after a while it got expunged from her record. But it showed up that she got arrested in the little newspaper for the town.
Yeah.
And I found it in the lobby of the place that we worked at, the old folks home. And so when I found it, I was like, oh my God, like nobody's seeing this. So I highlighted it and circled it and left it open on the table. Because I knew that, and I was living with my mom at some part of that for a chunk of that time. And I knew that to survive, I couldn't tell them and point it out because she would have got fired.
Oh, yeah.
Had they found out that it was a felony, So I didn't feel that I could say anything about it, but I left all the clues. And I think everybody was too dumb to put them together.
Yeah.
And thankfully I was able to leave that place because I met you. But it was awful.
Speaking of, how did it feel to quit from that place?
Oh my God, it felt awesome. It was such a relief.
Yeah.
To not have to deal with the constant bullshit, the constant people in your face, the constant need to be on and like entertain people. Because I had to entertain all the dementia ladies. They're sitting there every day wondering what time of day it fucking is. Where are we? What's our names? They don't know shit. So I would put on costumes and dance around. They'd ask me like what I am or what my name is. And I made up something different every time they asked me. And it was the most fun. And I would dance. I'd flap my arms like a wings and I'd be a chicken or I'd be a bunny rabbit. I had ears and a big tail. And I just treat them like they were kindergartners with time travel issues and make something up every time. And they loved it. And that was probably the best part of the day is like making them laugh and smile because otherwise they're just eating shitty food and sitting in this shitty place, just like waiting to die. Like what? So I would try to entertain.
I remember you telling me too, like they'd have to be on like sodium limited diets or something.
Oh yeah, but they would be mad at me. They were terrible. There was one lady who was super mean. She's pretty much mean to everybody. Oh, really? And I just kind of tried to avoid her.
Yeah.
So she was one of those uppity ladies who thought she knew everything. I bet you she was like a math teacher or something. She just seemed like, I guess because she kind of reminded me of my geography teacher in, was it 9th grade? The one who told me I shouldn't be an actress because I just didn't have the chops and I should be a researcher instead.
Oh my God.
I mean, she was a little bit right, but I'm kind of mad that she was, but I didn't know it at the time and I didn't like her telling me what I should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And trying to squash my dreams,
Yeah.
Fuck you, lady.
At least approach it a different way. Like, pursue your acting, but You should look at research jobs as a backup.
Yeah, that's not what she did. She's like, most actors never make it, and you're probably not going to either. You should do research.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds real shitty and boring. I don't want to do that. But I do kind of like to research, so maybe I could have had a career researching. You put a boy band at the other end of that, I'll track that motherfucker down. I knew all the hotel names they used. I knew the names to ask for, the bodyguard names. There's a whole thing. Used to, it was like a menu in the back of a tour, not brochure, souvenir. The tour book.
Yeah.
The souvenir you used to get at concerts.
Oh, yeah.
All the name of the crew. Oh, that was a buffet to find where people were staying, what hotels, who to look for, who to ask for, who to make friends with. It was a whole different life I had at one point.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so.
Coming back to the current day, did you hear that on paper, Elon Musk has become the first trillionaire?
I did see something about that this morning, and you know how I feel about that motherfucker. Someone called him I think Doja Cat called him a barrel-chested Ewok, and I said, that's offensive to Ewoks. Do not equate that fucking disgusting pile of shit to an Ewok.
Yeah.
You're really bringing the vibe down, homie. Like, I'm all about the vibes today, and like you're like deluluing my vibes. And main character energy is going like way down to like subpar character energy, okay? And like, why are we bringing...
I'm just bringing in some real stats for people here. Some real shit. Supposedly he's pretty like, in theory, cash poor. It's all in like stocks and shit. And him even selling those stocks makes him lose money, so...
I wish he was oxygen poor.
Yeah. Well, Hailey, I mean, there's lots of things that could be covered in work.
That's true.
I say we've covered a pretty decent amount of stuff.
Let's go over the basics. Don't work with your mom.
Yeah.
Don't work with gossiping old people. Don't work with the general public. If you can help it. And try to find out the name of the company. Ask. If you don't know it, instead of mumbling. It's probably beneficial for you overall if you do that.
Yeah.
Don't put on the too tight scrubs ever. When Young Haileys Everywhere, if you go to that place and you find out it's not the job that they said it was going to be, you turn your sweet, beautiful ass around and you leave that place. You deserve not to be lied to, Young Haileys Everywhere. And you deserve to wear comfortable shoes so you don't fuck up your feet forever. And you deserve to not have people see your underwear. You don't want to see your underwear.
Yeah.
So just turn around and say, you know what? I don't do this. I don't do this.
Yeah.
And if you don't have my size, surprise, surprise, I'm gone.
Yes.
So... those are probably the main takeaways. If there's a racist among you, call them out, shame them, and get them fired.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm good with that.
And the last thing I would say is you gotta advocate for yourself, because the business sure ain't fucking gonna do it for you. If you're expecting your amazing performance to get you a raise, that's not gonna do it. You gotta fucking keep working, trying to get what you can get and stuff like that. So, yeah, do it.
Good luck. And don't fuck it up. I love that we had, a quote-unquote normal episode where I didn't know what was happening. And we got to chit-chat. I feel good about it. So
Good.
It's really hot this weekend. So cover your plants with shade and stay hydrated and wear sunscreen.
And if you guys got any work stories or possible interview questions you'd like Hailey to answer... anything like that, send them in. We got our website you can go visit. If you're on a platform that you can like our stuff, go for it.
Great job, Sean. You did the whole spiel. So, I hate to say goodbye, but I hate everything. So, bye.
Bye. Where's my scrum goblins at?
Oh, Jesus.